Hello everyone, and welcome back to Morrowind. Now you're probably thinking, Archangel, what the hell? Why are you in a different place? You said you would explore the swamps to find the Illuminby or Fort Buckmoth. Well, as it turns out, I was in completely and utterly the wrong place to find Fort Buckmoth. See, they don't tell you where it is. Turns out, it's south of Aldrune. The game does not tell you this at all. However, a lot of searching, manually I may add, found me this. This signpost, Buckmoth Legion Fort, that away. So we're going there. In the daylight so I can see, because I don't like it otherwise. Also, off-screen, I did sell that orcish armor. Again, after I got frustrated by the massive amount of wandering. So, yeah. Who are you? Goodbye. I remember you. Vaguely. I don't really want to do anything because as I said, I'm quite frustrated. Going on 2 hours of walking around a swamp and finding nothing tends to make people grumpy. Well, nothing I was interested in. There was quite a bit of stuff, just... It was basically Cliff Racer, more flippin' Cliff Racer, and some minor caves. Basically, nothing happened of interest. Certainly nothing happened of progression. And I really want to get to the 6th house base. Now, about the 6th house base, I'd like to mention something about it. Well, I recommend going there around my current level of 8, though obviously higher is better. There's a trick. The creatures there do not in fact spawn if you are level 3 or lower. There is only the main boss, which is fairly difficult, do not get me wrong, and 7 naked guys. Naked guys are not intimidating. You know, this is a rule of thumb. If you're nude, you're not that scary. Or you're really scary, depending on, you know, why you're nude, but you know what I mean, I'm sure. But yes, this is a Fort Buckmoth. I'm checking to see if there are any potions of Rising Force, because those are obviously very valuable to me. You have Apprentices, Retort, and Mortar and Pestle, so I don't care. You sell anything neat? Honestly, the only reason I am checking here is quite simply because I only have normal steel boots, and I'd like some Imperial steel boots. On the grounds of Imperial steel is better than normal steel, because I guess reasons? You selfing! You total bullshit in selling thing. Let's see if there's anyone in the back rooms. Towers. Wooden door. If it just says wooden door, that means you're just opening a door into another part of the area, not moving to another area. You sell spells. Are any of them any good? No, no, no. Decent, but expensive. No, no. By the way, Exhausting Touch and Ordeal of St. Olms are the exact same thing. I have no idea why they did that. Again, summoning spells, good. Not something I can use, because I just failed the casting repeatedly. Also expensive as balls, as you saw. You sell things. Do you sell boots? You do not sell boots. I don't care about you. You train me. I don't care about you. You train me. I don't care about you. You sell things and you have spells. I do care about you. If you have anything decent. Ooh, a quality restore health. I want these because they're lightweight and they're very good. We're going to be getting a lot of these, by the way. They're also a minor error. That should be Corpus Weepings with a capital W. But, hey. The devs are human. They make mistakes. Can see if I can drop the cost by 2 gold. Yes, I can. It's always good to save yourself a little extra gold, you know? You pretty much want to be doing that for the whole game. Just try and knock off 2 gold or get 2 gold. You'll find it adds up quite rapidly. This person has a very nice Carias.
Say your piece or stand
However,
aside.
You have to kill them for it. And, well, killing someone in the middle of a fort, don't think you need to explain the issue there. Strong Feather and Olm's Justaw's Feather are also the exact same thing with different names. I have no idea why. Ditto Vivek's Feast and Spell Absorption. This spell is actually something you want to learn because it's pretty good. This, though, isn't very useful. That's okay. Detecting animals is not very useful.
I don't know.
Really, if you buy most of the useful spells, you'll find yourself with a very long spell list. It won't be a complex spell list, but it will be a long one.
What are you doing?
Sighing. Anyway, Champion is up in this area. I walked right by her quite deliberately. Yep. There's an easier path than this. This is actually fairly complex. There's a much simpler way to get there. Go back to Aldrune, get on the Silt Strider, take the fastest route you can find to Ebonheart. From Ebonheart, go to the docks in Ebonheart, and you will find a ship. The ship will be able to transport you to Narmok. This is much quicker and much less work. You can take that route if you want a lot of loot, but frankly, I want to get this over with. Sorry if I sound a bit grumpy. Things have been happening. Also, hole in the wall right here. Quick way to get in. Figured I should show that off. Actually, does the Mages Guild teleport me directly to Ebonheart? Because I think I have to take multiple Silt Strider trips to get there. But the teleporters of the Mages Guild are all universally interlinked. You're not the teleporter.
The prey approaching.
Oh, shut up. If you tried to murder me, I'd murder you first. Admittedly, the rest of the guild would then murder me, but hey. My point stands. And you wouldn't. Does not take me to Ebonheart. So. Let's get back out here. It's always good to try and remember where the fast travel services go. They all have a certain chain they follow. For example, all the teleporters of the guild are interlinked. The boats only go to coastal villages for obvious reasons.
Why walk when you can ride?
Yeah. I believe we need to travel to Vivek.
Where would you like to go?
With Satan means that could go to Ebonheart.
Same low price.
We make a special trip just
Yeah, I'm wasting a lot of
Same
coin
road.
here. But,
Where would you like to go?
Cloud. Suran's actually a pretty important place. Sorry if I'm being a bit quiet, but yeah. Also, this will show you about if you go through the Salt Strider route a bunch, it will show you all the places you can go to, or at least a lot of the places. So, I am filling out my map by doing this, and it's quite useful to do so.
Why walk when you can ride?
Because shut up. Alright, looks like we're walking.
Why walk when you can ride?
Because apparently there's no Silt Strider to Ebonheart, like I thought there was. I've been to Cool, Margon, and Genesis. Yeah, there's Cool, Genesis, Margon. Actually, wait. If I travel to Genesis, I can probably get a boat.
Why walk when you can ride?
At a minimum, it's pretty close to Narmak. Ow. And yes, using enchant items does in fact increase your enchanting skill, as you saw. I need to climb up here so I can actually find some shit. Ugh. Yeah, climbing's a bit of a git in this game. Be a dishonest scumbag if I didn't tell you about that. I don't want to be that. That's bad. Yo, you guys. You probably don't sell anything good, but I'm going to check you out anyway just in case. Oh, you sell moon sugar. Whatever, I can at least dump some garbage off on you. Here, scamp skin and racer plumes. Here, buy my garbage. Goodbye. You sell anything decent? You sell clothes. I don't care about you. Yep, there's a holy artifact here. We don't care about it. What we do care about is Narmak. And I'm going to swim there. So yes, this is going to be a bit of a drag of a video. So maybe I should follow the coastline, because then we might at least get some encounters. Well, fighting this game isn't exactly visually stimulating. It's probably more interesting than just watching me swim. Because until we get to Alunbi, there is very little for me to say. Once we get to Alunbi, a lot of lore will be revealed to us, and oh, am I going to love talking about that. There is so much stuff to say. Time. Everything but time. So what do I think it is? Well, it looks like this may not be so boring after all. Hello! Are you a tomb? Fallas Ancestral Tomb. So, we're going to actually get something done besides walking. And wasting a ton of coin. Go me. Putting a torch on the grounds that I want to see. Steel longsword here and a dead man's chest. Nice bit of world building. Let's get Velos Indwelling. What will that do for me? Fortify Magicka. You're garbage. A scamp. Alright, never underestimate a Daedra. Seriously, never underestimate a Daedra. They can pull out some nasty stuff if they want. Even shitty Daedra like scams. At least scamps have good skin. Valuable skin. Extravagant Ruby Amulet. Ah, this is another reference to a dev. Trapped urn, so let's disarm the trap for the obvious purposes of I don't want to get exploded. Here's another nice ring. Den Stagmer's ring. It's very good for dealing with elemental effects, quite valuable, and this is an artifact. There's also the Ashes of D. Bryant. I could have also acquired an item called the Ashes of Lord Bryn when I found the Mentor's ring. But this one's pretty good, too. Then Stagmer was this dev's forum name, by the way. Oh, but yes. Quite a nice artifact. I'm not wearing it because I'm not going to be encountering any Fire, Frost, and Shock right now. But I will be when I actually get to the cave. Because, spoilers, there's things to fight in a 6th house base. The reason I didn't give an actual pause for those is because I don't really consider that spoilers. Lots of dead stuff in here. The first sermon! I'll take that. You know what? Let's read it, because it's the first one. He was born in the ash, among the Velothi, and on Chimer, before the war with the northern men. Am came first to the village of the Nechaman, and her shadow was that of Boethia, who was the prince of plots. And things unknown and known would fold themselves around her until they were like stars, or the messages of stars. Am took a Nechaman's wife and said, I am the face-snaked queen of the 3-in-1. In you is an image and a 7-syllable spell. Am a Sethi Vec, which you will repeat to it until mystery comes. Then Am threw the Nechaman's wife into the ocean water, where drogues took her into castles of glass and coral. They gifted the Nechaman's wife gills and milk fingers, changing her sex so that she might give birth to the image as an egg. There she stayed for 7 or 8 months. Then Set came to the Nechaman's wife and said, I am the clockwork king of the 3-in-1. In you is an egg of my brother's sister, who possesses invisible knowledge of words and swords, and you shall nurture until the Hortator comes. And Set then extended his hands, and multitudes of homunculi came forth, each like a glimmering rope through the water, and they raised the Nechaman's wife back to the surface world, and set her down on the shoals of Azuros coast. There she lay for 7 or 8 more months, caring for the egg knowledge by whispering to it the codes of Mythala, and the prophecies of Veloth, and even the forbidden teachings of Trinimac. 7 Daedra came to her one night, and each one gave to the egg new motions that can be achieved by certain movements of the bones. These are called the Barons of Move Like This. Then an 8th Daedroth came, and he was a demi-prince, called Fa Nui Ten, or the multiplier of motions known. And Fa Nui Ten said, Whom do you wait for? To which the Nechaman's wife said, The Hortator. Go to the land of the Indoril in 3 months' time, for that is when war comes. I return now to haunt the warriors who fell and still wonder why. But first I show you this. Then the barons and the demi-prince joined together into a pillar of fighting styles terrible to behold, and they danced before the egg and its learning image. Look, little Vec, and find the face behind the splendor of my bladed carriage. For in it is delivered the unmixed conflict path, perfect in every way. What is its number? It is said the number is the number of birds that can nest in an ancient chibral tree. Less 3 grams of honest work. But Vivek in his later years found a better one, and so gave this secret to his people. For I have crushed a world with my left hand, but in my right hand is how it could have won against me. Love is under my will only. The ending of the words is Almsavi. It's confusing as shit, and we're taking it. Now, that probably made no sense. That's good. So repair progs here are pretty simple. Oh, and something interesting to note. You know how it mentioned the Velothi Anon Chimer? Saint Veloth. Interesting. My security skill has gone up. Very nice. And here's a dead man. Arranged in a very strange pose. Or at least parts of a dead man. He's missing quite a few bits. That's all that's there, though. I figured I should show that off because, well, it's an artifact. And it's a sermon. And the sermons are just cool. I'm sorry, but if the sermons are just cool. Muck sponge, by the way, they give you muck, which is not worth it. At least for purposes of selling. I am not the most familiar with alchemy in this game, as I know it is very, very broken. And therefore have deliberately decided to expunge myself from it. Well, I suppose expunge would be a bad way to put it, but I suppose it's the closest. Yeah. Let's take the most direct route. First, though... No, not that. Sorry, it's easy to mix up these. Rest until it is day. And of course, once it's day, there is another condition that messes up the visibility. Screw you too, game. Screw you too. Ah! Here. I want to go in here. First, save. This is a dangerous place. These are propylons. They were added originally by a DLC, but they were also included for free in the Blood Moon expansion. What you did, they're another fast travel system. They travel you to various Dwemer ruins if you have the proper propylon index. Right now, we have no propylon indexes, so that is literally garbage. However, the rest of this place has some shiny shit. So we're going to search here. Oh look, a dead man. Bone meal, we don't care. Oh look, a dead man. Sometimes corpses have gold on them. I can't see shit. Oh, it's a solid wall. No wonder I couldn't see anything. I'm going to be walking for this, as this area is quite dangerous, so I want high fatigue. I'll make it a bit slower, but... there's very good stuff in here if my memory is correct. It may not be correct, fair warning. I'm only human, I make mistakes. Cave in over there. And no, that's not a thing, that's just a door. Explore the upper level before going into the lower levels. Also, map is very good here because the corridors can get a bit confusing. Some boxes and crates here, making sure there's nothing beyond here. Alright, let's see what's in here. 2 units of Drayig wax. Well, this whole expedition was now worth it. Those are very valuable indeed. crate has some gold. Gold is good. Moon sugar. Aha! Cheap Rising Force potion and 2 exclusive potions. Some gold. And a scroll of Figethi's... A soul trap scroll. I love this game, and I know the name is very, very unique, but good God, is it hard to say most of the time. Not much to say until we actually encounter something. Music just went dramatic. That means there's something here. Aha! Now, if you're really fast, you can search these guys before they hit the ground. Now, these Dremora are very dangerous. I killed one very quickly, and it still took out a good-sized chunk of my health. The Dwarven Halberds are quite valuable, and I'll pick them up, but I'm going to drop them soon on the grounds that there is better stuff to be found. I'll take it all. Those are all useful potions. First, though, healing up. You don't want to fight a Dremora at partial health. The glass lantern will never go out, but it provides much less light than the torch. There are lanterns that provide more light than torches. I believe the first one that comes to mind is called the Bullseye Lantern, but there may be others. Here's a dead man in the corner. He has a key on him. The cloth sack is next to him with the very nice result of 100 gold. Also, he has some Daedric arrows in him. Take these, they're 20 gold each. That's pretty good value. Plates, though, not good value. Now we're going to loop back around. Whoa, where'd you come? Rats! I was legitimately expecting something dangerous. And then I run into some rats. Some scrolls under there, and a glass lantern there. So if you want a lantern after I just mentioned it, well... a bargain fortify. I suppose I'll take that in case I need to get in a fight and get a quick buff. A very quick buff, given how terrible bargain potions are. Really, the only reason I'm taking bargain potions is because they are useful in the short term. They're not worth the wait most of the time, though. Actually, you don't want potions of silence. They'll apply the effect to you. Where is it? Standard potion of silence. Goodbye, you're terrible. Scroll's pretty good, though. They're getting close to looping around to the way out. We don't want to go to the way out yet. There is still loot to be had lower down. And more dangerous foes. Ooh. Barrels of alchemical ingredients are here. Which is always quite useful. One more experience with the alchemy system and I could likely tell you what those are all good for, but the only thing that really sticks in my head is racer plumes have levitation, because levitation is very, very good. And yeah. Also, there are torches along the walls. I'm taking that one in case I need more in the bottom area, that is. 2 scamps right off the bat. Dispose of their corpses. I have no idea where the dead bodies go. Some ethereal realm, perhaps? Cheap potion of Night Eye is good. Bargain potion of Fire Shield is good. Yes, they can in fact hide things in the boxes. It's very clever, really. Like, I believe I saw something. No, that was just a trick of the light. You die quickly, you die quickly. Oh! I knocked you down, I didn't kill you. You have a Dreug club, which is pretty valuable, but not worth the wait. Yes, there are even lower levels to this place. Underground. Quite interesting, this former Dwemer keep, isn't it? Again, check the local map always to make sure that you're in the right place. The music changing is a very good hint of warning you of ambushes, by the way. Always keep your ears out. Not eyes, ears. By the way, if you need torches, these two pillars have two of them on it. On them? Bleh. So... this is a dead end. This is, I believe, another way into the underground, or, nope, that's a dead end. Was another way into the underground, though. Like when this was, you know, not ruins. You can never see that, admittedly, but it's how you tell from the layout, you know? This would be another dead end. This level is much less unruined, probably because it was deeper underground, so there's greater stress on the structure, but, eh. As you can see, there was only one scamp there. You could buy the music. Well, I suppose C would be a bad way to describe it. Not here would be a better way. So, you know what? I'm going to take you all, and then I'm going to dump that dwarven halberd, because while it's somewhat valuable, there's better things to be had, shall we say. This is a Dwemer ruin. Which means, yes, there's a chance of us finding Dwemer armor. Not a high chance, mind, but a chance. Now we're getting to the non-Dwemer part, so I'm going to save. As this place is a bit more dangerous now. And I don't want to lose my progress, because that would be very annoying. Looks like it's a Dremora I have to kill. With another Dwarven halberd. Oh god, two of them! First, equip a shield. Second, chug a potion. He just activated a shield spell. This reduces damage dealt to him, which is essentially extra armor. They are both very dead. That one was the one with the Dwarven Halberd, and this one had a Dwarven War Axe. Dwarven War Axe is pretty good, but again, I have better things to use. Also, I'm not specialized in axes, so yeah. Looks like they are burning someone here. There's a corpse with nothing on it. Going by my armor, I think I need to get some repairs. So, time for annoying noises. Watch out. Alright, annoying noises are over. I repeat, annoying noises are over. Trap disarmed. Lock picked. A Hawkshaw ring isn't worth it. I'm keeping this. Wait. No, this is only when I stab something I think that I get levitate. Oh my god, it's not. I was wrong, and I am so happy I was wrong. It has a clearly very low recharge rate, but I don't even care. We have a levitate item, gentlemen and ladies. We could not have found a better bit of loot in this dungeon at all. Levitate is that strong. Alright, now I can see you, and we're near some lava, so I have plenty of light. Now I beat you down, I'll take your heart out, and life will be good. For me. In fact, you know what? I'm going to save just because holy shit levitate. Yes, it is that important that we get a levitation item here. Obviously, not a guaranteed drop. Those are random items, but I am not complaining one little bit. Let's delve deeper. Now we have new enemies. Winged Twilights, I believe. They drop void salts. Yes, just like Storm Atronachs. Now there's an enchanted item over there. Tell it's enchanted because it's shiny. And it's on a dead man. Boots of the Oh my god. No wonder this place is so heavily guarded. That's a quest item, and it's a unique quest item. Boots of the Apostle are one of the things you want if you're playing as the Imperial Temple, because that is a special item for them. I'm taking this and shoving this in a box. Its levitate is 30 to 40 points for 30 seconds on self, while my weapon is 50 points guaranteed for 30 seconds. And it's much lighter, but I'm taking the boots on the ground. That's an artifact. 34. There are a lot of jokes I could make here. I may even make some of them, depending on what I find in here. An iron shard sword. I was hoping for something I can make bad sex jokes out of. I didn't get it. I am sad. In fact, you know what? I'm going to hotkey that magic item. Also, magic items are sorted alphabetically, so fair warning. However, you don't need to have the magic item equipped for its effect to keep going, so I could equip the blade briefly, use levitate, and then switch back to my sword. This is going to help so immensely, I don't think any of you who haven't played the game are going to believe me, frankly. Seriously, I wax lyrical about levitate, but I don't think it's really, believable until you've played how much time you save. You get 2 items levitated in this dungeon, and one of them is a guaranteed drop. I'm gonna start walking again because there are Dremora, and I don't want to miss them. As in miss the hits, not, not notice them. So I do want to notice them, because then I can stab them and take their hearts and loot. Looks like there might be something up there. How would we ever get up? How would we ever get up there? Levitate. There's a dead body. The probe, a stolen key, and a lockpick. I don't know what this stolen key goes to off the top of my head, but it's always good to have more keys, because keys are weightless. I don't know why keys are weightless, because a lump of metal should not be weightless, but I'm not complaining. By the way, you cannot sprint and levitate. You're moving at the speed of your levitation. The speed of your levitation is determined by the strength of the levitate spell, or enchantment in this case. Which is why I'm not using those boots of the apostle. They are also very good light armor, I will note. I believe they're glass plus quality. So, if you're a light armor guy, come here. Seriously, very, very good. And the scamp respawned. Looks like there are more things to fight, and another scamp. Yeah, the monsters will respawn fairly quickly, but I cut through them easily enough the first time that I am not especially concerned. Plus, it gives me a chance to skin more of them. I'm taking people's skins and selling them. I am a good person. Seriously, though, no one cares about what happens to Daedra. There's basically an infinite supply of them. Unless you're talking about the really, really important Daedra. But scamps are like the mook Daedra, as you can clearly see on how well I can fight Dremora and how well I can fight scamps. This place has proven out to be very worth it, and I just missed the exit. Let's get back on our quest to Narmok. Also take off the torch, because, you know, we don't need that anymore. Can't believe I got a levitation sword. Well, dagger. Come on! Lucky drop. Lucky drop. Otherwise I'd have to be using the boots of the apostle and constantly re-equipping my steel boots, because I'm a heavy armor man. It's also lighter than the boots of the apostle, as the boots of the apostle are 10 pounds. Yep, 10 pounds. They're actually... Nope, my steel boots are twice as heavy. Ah, and the ever-hated cliff racers. Goodbye. Something to note, diseased enemies have a lot higher chance of getting you diseases. Normal enemies do too, but the chance is much, much, much smaller, because, you know, they're not actively infected, they just be passive carriers. It's the difference between a guy who has the cold and the guy who has a cold and has open leaking sores from it. Yes, there are colds you can get open leaking swords from. Sores, not swords. You don't get swords from a cold. On the Veloth Ancestral Tomb. Another place that I remember having shiny shit. Saint Veloth, remember? Remember him? So we're going to be going in here, too! A trapped door! It's always easy to miss trapped doors if it just says trapped. At least it is for me. Might not be for you. I'm not universal. Taking a walk, because there can be dangerous things in these. Oh fuck, it's a fire Atronak. Close in, close in, close in. Just being near them will drain your health. Clan fear, clan fear, clan fear. Okay. That was a very dangerous encounter for this level. Got fire salts and that thing. Okay. That was not worth that soul gem. Cloth sack has nothing interesting in it. Let's heal up. Run by the corner. Will it find me? Will it find me? Will it find me before I can get some recharging going? At least I'm full stamina now. Scroll there. But yes, this is a very large and important tomb, because, well, Saint Veloth and all that, you know? It saw me, it saw me, it saw me. I'll take these repair prongs. Oh, wow, I one-shot it. I must have rolled really high on my damage. That's good. Okay, I could go that way with all the scary shit, or I could go this way that just has a trapped door. I'll go for the trapped door, thank you. And I'll burn some of my magicka on healing. When you're skilled with a spell group like restoration goes up, your chance to cast it goes up, and sometimes the cost to cast it will go down. There's a formula for this, but it's rather complicated, and I don't think you're watching this for my complicated math. Or for complicated math at all, frankly. Oh, so just a scamp. I didn't need to worry about it. Still, it's always good to be paranoid in these games, you know? There's never a disadvantage to being worried. Coat of flowers just always take because they're quite valuable. However, nothing else in here but that scamp. Yeah, this area is quite big. For obvious reasons, the tombs of important people are much larger than the tombs of less important people. You know, a family that produced a frickin' saint is pretty important. Indeed, he even had Gamora guarding his corpse, ashes. Ah! Where is it? Oh, it's a skeleton. Tougher skeleton than usual. Is this skeleton champ? Yes, it is! It's a skeleton champion with a silver spear. That's why you hurt me so much. However, the music has now changed to upbeat, so I no longer need to worry. In fact, I am going to be so unworried that I'm going to equip a torch instead of my shield, despite the fact that Daedra can be quite deadly. Speed Restoration will cure you of any damage effects. Bargain Potion of Shadow. Decent. For obvious reasons, there are shrines to Saint Veloth and, you know, the tomb of Saint Veloth. At least the ancestral tomb of the Veloth family. An iron club. A chest with some minor weapons in it. And that's it for this area. If this is actually the tomb of St. Veloth, it's never quite expanded upon. It is the Velothi ancestral tomb. But if the actual saint himself was here, that is never expanded upon. You know? It's a nice mystery, and there are a lot of mysteries like that in Morrowind. Little things. You don't know what happened. But it's good to know. It's good to know that you don't know. Now let's get back on the road to Narmak. probably fix up our stuff because I did take quite a bit of damage from those flame astronauts and other things. Again, sorry for the noise, but you can't exactly turn that sound off. If there was a way, I would happily do it. Might be a mod for that, actually, but this game's already had a few stability issues for me because it's a rather old install. And I'm running on Windows 10, which this was meant for much, much earlier eras, which probably isn't, you know, helping it at all. Can't really blame an old game for not running on new machines. Dogs, tricks, new, old, etc., etc. Aldrun, Genesis, Aldvlothi, cool. Well, Narmok is literally right this way. Make double sure that I'm going to the right place. Narmok. This also unlocks the Illuminbi conversation topic. When you talk to that lady in Fort Buckmoth. Not Moonmoth, Buckmoth. So, that means that when you get there, you can actually ask them about Illuminbi. However, they won't tell you. You need to get them to 50 liking of you. Or 50 favor? I'm not actually sure what that stat is called. You need to get their little blue bar to 50 points. And then, they'll talk to you about Illuminbi and tell you where it is. I know where it is, but... yeah. Yeah, I should rest and meditate on what I've learned. Yeah, you're probably right, because I'm also low on magicka. So I'm going to rest until healed to restore my magicka. My rest has been interrupted by... Those don't even fight, game! What is wrong with you? Alright, strength, endurance, luck. Again! Now let's rest until day so we can see where the hell we're going. Nyx Hound and an assassin. Thank you, assassin! Assassins always have the shiniest stuff. Also, you can take things out of enemy inventories and just drop them on the ground. Also, Dark Brotherhood gear is very lightweight for its value. Like, it's from the best value weight in the game. When you actually get to fighting their main base, it is hilarious. Now, we could take the road, or we could just take a shorter route. We're going the shorter route. And this is why I love Levitate. It's going to save us a lot of time getting around. See? And outside of this ancestral tomb, it looks like there's a lot of Gwar. And a person. Are they a hostile person? Just in case, let's heal up first. They don't seem to have a ranged weapon if they are hostile. Oops. I tried to stab them with my terrible knife. Well, it's not terrible, it's actually really, really good because that enchantment, but you get my point. It's not a good weapon for me. I'm not helping you find your Gwar. Oh, this is a hut, not an ancestral tomb. You're even more boring now. Good job. Yeah, there's lots of little quests dotted around the landscape. But once we get to Narmok, I think I'll leave this episode off. Because I showed you where to get to Fort Buckmoth, and I did something that you actually need to do to find Illuminbi. More importantly, we found some very nice stuff, and what I really needed for a lot of things, levitation. I may go back and off-screen grab that set of glass greaves just on the grounds of, good God, glass gear is that valuable. Even it will be kind of a nuisance to walk all the way back. Yep, we're nearly at Narmok. Looks a lot like Satanin on the outside. The same general aesthetic of swampy places and all that. Satanin had less bloody cliff racers! Seriously, Saint Giub is the best saint simply because he killed all the cliff racers. There's never been a more justified genocide in all of gaming. Nobody likes you, cliff racers. Nobody! Nobody! Something's chasing me. It's a Nyx hound. Nyx hounds are not very dangerous. They do have a disease. It's got like hound bite or something. It's going to be hard for me to show off on the grounds of I am a red guard, but that also saves me a lot of coin because I am a red guard and therefore I don't have to pay for things like curing my diseases. I just don't get the damn diseases. How to avoid doctor's bills. Don't get sick. Wisdom for the ages, right from my mouth. However, there's no apples here, which is good because having Daedric would be kind of annoying. Now just show off that we can do it.
So make it quick.
Illuminby! Concerning this, I can only speak to a friend. I'm not a friend for 100 gold. I have a friend for 300 gold. Yep. So, that's all for today. Now we actually know where this is. So we want to go there. And we have acquired some very nice equipment that I'm going to deal with off screen. Because, again, kind of boring to just go back to Balmora, sell all my garbage, come all the way back here. I don't think you guys want to watch me just do repeated treks back and forth to get all my coin. I will say this much. Get all the space you can before going into Illuminby. I can't overemphasize that at all. Like, I can't overemphasize that. There is no possible way to do so. It is that important. There are some absolutely amazing artifacts for heavy armor users in there. Like, artifacts. They are going to contribute more to my armor than anything here. Possibly the artifacts will contribute more than my entire current set of armor. I am not exaggerating, it is that good. But we're not going to be doing that this episode.
So make it quick.
And with that, I'll leave it off here. If you have any questions, comments, etc., please leave them below. I'll be happy to answer them.
I suppose it is my duty
now,
to help
goodbye.
those less